Greetings, folks. Coming to you today from Olompali State Park, Novato, California. It's May 1st, 2021. I have never been here. This is my very first time. Apparently there's a lot of history here regarding the Miwok Indians, Native Americans who used to live here. I think this is about a 100-acre park. And in about the early 1800s, of course, everything changed when the Spaniards arrived and took over the Native American land here. Like I said, I've never been here. I just parked the vehicle and I'm about to explore the lower part of the park anyway. I have no idea what to expect. And since I'm by myself, I don't have anyone to share it with, so I thought I would share it with you guys and just see what we see. I wanted to visit somewhere new today before the hills of California get completely brown. Still a little bit of green here. Not much, but you know, the drier weather is coming, the fire season is coming, and I thought, okay, time to see a few new places. And I'm starting with this one. Olompali is the name. It is a beautiful view. And there are some buildings on these grounds, so I guess we'll check them out. Looks like a little picnic area to the right. I only saw one other car in the parking lot, so I am here early. The park just opened. Let's see what this building is. I just read the sign for this building, and apparently this was the residence of the only Native American who was issued a Spanish land grant when the area was taken over by the Spaniards and the missionaries. And I wish I could pronounce his name, but I can't, so I'm just now learning the history, so bear with me. Apparently this building was purchased from that Native American by someone with the name of Burdell. Oh, here's some animals. There's a deer. And a little bunny. Oh, that's a very sweet little baby deer. Nice weather here today. Here's a view of the backside here of the building. Looks like part of it is in need of repair. Okay, I guess this is called Rancho Olampalli, and it was home to the Burdells, 1866, 1943, and then it went through some changes, and this is really funny. In 1966, the Grateful Dead rented the main buildings, and then Janis Joplin and Grace Slick were frequent visitors. That's pretty cool. So not only is there the history of the Miwok Indians and the Spaniards, but also there were some famous rock music icons that I guess rented some of the buildings here for a time. And if you think about it, that kind of makes sense. We're not that far from San Francisco, where the music scene was really happening in the 1960s. So this would have been considered, you know, out there in the country back in the 60s. Of course, you can actually hear the noise from the freeway 101 over there. So it's busier now, but still considered country and certainly a historical state park now. Day use here is $8 or $7 for seniors. I tucked my little envelope with the money in that self-registration area there. And I see that this trail kind of goes back to where I just was, a little different view. Oh, this is really funny. See this concrete pad right here? There was a commune that lived here in the 1960s called the Chosen Family, and they made mushroom bread in coffee cans, allowed it to rise and overflow the container, giving the bread a mushroom shape. Then they sold it down in Haight-Ashbury in San Francisco. Okay, another summer of love time piece of trivia. This is a cool house here. And a really cool tree. Okay, now I'm guessing that that is actually the visitor center, which doesn't not appear to be open right now. Let's go down here. Okay, I'm actually making a circle at this point, so I'll scout around and see if there's a nice little trail available. I will say this, there are some beautiful trees here. Some of them are definitely brought over from other places. Oh, I see another building up there. Okay, this is a barn, and this belonged to George Burdell. Excuse me, Galen Burdell. Who at one point, I'm sorry, don't know the date right now, purchased this property and raised cattle, had Chinese immigrants work out here and make rock walls. Ooh, there's a little rock wall right over there. Okay, still learning. There's another view of that barn. It's pretty cool looking. You can see the hills in the background turning brown. Let's see what this is over here. Okay, this is an old blacksmith shop built in 1870. And this must be, or must have been, a residence. Yeah, they're calling this the blacksmith's house. Built in the style of a salt box. I think that's a particular style. And there again is the blacksmith shop. There's the back of that barn. The other buildings were over there, and I'm headed up here now. Okay, this was a dairy barn built by the Burdell family in 1938. There's the back of that dairy barn, and I have found a trail. And I don't have a map, so I don't know anything about it, but I'll go a little ways up. Okay, I'm huffing and puffing my way up this trail. I haven't been too good at doing uphill walks lately since I had a couple of physical problems in the last few months that have really hindered my hiking. So I'm just now turning the corner with those, and I'm hoping to get back into the swing of things. Oh wow, I'm glad I made the effort. Here is something, it looks like the remnants of a Miwok village. Okay, this is interesting. This must be the traditional type homes of the Miwok. Yes, these are called kotchas, K-O-T-C-H-A-S, and they're made of redwood bark. They're traditional style dwellings of the Native American Miwoks. And interestingly enough, they would burn these down every year and start them over again. Huh, I wonder why. Kind of hard to see inside. Maybe I can do better on this one. That's a really small one there. A little bit better in here. Place for a central fire. And the smoke would go out the top. Very interesting. Now this looks like a little path with signs along it. Boy, I'm sure glad I came up that hill. I'll check this place out. That's a fabulous oak tree, isn't it? Wow. And along here, they have planted, either planted or preserved, or maybe both, some different kinds of plants. That was a rose. This is coffeeberry. There's a cute little bridge. Toyon. Buttercup, California buttercup. Sweet little flowers. Checker bloom. I won't read all of them, but you can get the idea. These signs just show you what is here, what is preserved. Sticky monkey flower. And of course, one of my all-time favorites, the manzanita. Another little bridge. There are those dwellings over this way. Oh, I'm in luck. My very favorite flower. A Douglas iris. Here's a close-up. Aren't they beautiful? Love the color, and they look so fragile yet elegant. And then I happened upon this sign that says the Native Plant Garden. So that's what I just walked through. Beautiful area. And finally, as I go back down that hill, I saw the sign for the dance circle that the Native Americans used to perform their ceremonial dances. Very cool. All right, I'm going to head back down to the vehicle and actually shed some of this clothing because it's warming up and I need a drink of water too. So for now, I'm going to say thank you for coming along with me on this morning of wandering to a new place, Olompali State Park in Novato. Take time to wander. You might discover something interesting. I did. See you in the next video. Bye for now.